So when Senator McConnell comes to the floor each day to defend the filibuster, the basic question you have to ask him is, if the Senate can work with the filibuster, show us. Show us. Show us that if we bring 45 or 50 votes to the floor, there are 10 Republicans who will join us and work with us to pass important legislation. That wouldn't be the only thing. There'll be many other things. I've heard speeches on the floor by so many Republicans about the situation on our southern border with immigration, and it truly is a challenge. I work on it because it's the matter that I've paid a lot of attention to in my career, but also because it's subject matter in the Senate Judiciary Committee. Why is it that we have not addressed immigration reform in the United States? The filibuster. That's the reason. The filibuster has stopped us from passing measures like the DREAM Act. I introduced the DREAM Act 20 years ago to say if you're brought here to the United States as a child, raised in this country, you ought to have a path to legalization and citizenship so you can stay in the country you call home. Simple premise, overwhelmingly supported by the American people. 5 times I brought the DREAM Act to the floor of the Senate for passage. Let's make this a law. 5 times it failed. Why? The filibuster rule. Each time I had a majority, but not the necessary 60 votes. That's another example of where the filibuster has stepped in and stopped a majority of the Senate from passing a measure which was timely, I believe thoughtful, and which the American people overwhelmingly supported. So I would say to the defenders of the filibuster, show us it can work. We have had so little legislative activity that was subject to this filibuster rule over the last several years. And obviously some senators are very content with that. I'm not. There's work to be done, not just in the areas I mentioned, but in so many others. Infrastructure program for America is a good example too. Let's get to work in the Senate and do what we were elected to do, to deliberate, to legislate, to amend, to express different points of view, but ultimately to enact laws that will make this a better nation.